We agreed. That is the impression that anybody can get from, the kind of advertising, the kind of publicity that we got. For when there is nothing also. Had there been even 1 paisa achievement out of demonetization, imagine what kind of a publicity, what kind of a hoardings, what kind of a films, what kind of things that we have been, the entire country would have been bombarded with huge publicity campaign about demonetization. And we would have heard from 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 7 years, we would have heard repeatedly from the ramparts of Red Fort, look, we have done demonetization, therefore these are the achievements. Have you heard anything after that? Why? Because there was no achievement. One, a lot of hardship, people tolerated. Second, 99% has come back. Third, Johnny, today we have more cash in circulation than there was in 2016. What happened? As a consequence, the entire unorganized sector in India has collapsed. Sir, I can tell you this. Even today, Indian economy has not recovered from the blow it has received from 2016 November demonetization. Even today it has not recovered. And unfortunately, immediately after that, when there could have been some recovery, we had pandemic. First wave, then second wave. And then in 1 quarter, you had more than 20%, I think about 23% minus, negative growth. It has not recovered. Most of the jobs, why most of the jobs? No, absolutely not a single job which was lost. When you take the gross figures, the number of jobs that that were lost because of demonetization have not come back in the unorganized sector. Most of the incomes that were lost during the period because of demonetization and after that the pandemic, even today they have not come back. So much so, sir, today India's youth unemployment is one of the highest in the world, at nearly 23%. Johnny, do you know in whose company we are? If you take the youth unemployment figures, we are in the company of Lebanon, Syria, Iran. And do you know what is the youth unemployment rate in Bangladesh? Half of what we have. We have about 24% and they have about 12%. I'm not even talking about economies like Japan where youth unemployment is just about 4%. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about Bangladesh. We are far behind even Bangladesh, in providing employment to our youth. And this is directly related to the body blow that the Indian economy had received by the demonetization, and after that, much before it could even recover, even think of recovering, it got another blow from the pandemic. We have increasing demand for Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee programs, which you know is the minimum wages. Why will anybody go for a job which gives minimum wage for manual labor? They will go there only when there are no other opportunities, isn't it? Why will otherwise? See, somebody who has other opportunities where they can get good money, they will not go there. But the very fact that they are going there means that the rural distress is continuing. Here is something which is a bit concerning, which is alarming. That is, when the National Statistical Office has readied a report that just before 2019 elections, that unemployment is at a 45-year high. We never had this much of unemployment in the last 45 years. That's what it means. So when that was being prepared, the government smelt it and disbanded the commission so that they could not give any details outside. It leaked, of course. Now, you must have noticed, the government has no details about how many migrant labor have died during the pandemic. How many people died during pandemic? How many people died because of lack of oxygen, lack of vaccines, lack of beds, lack of ventilators, lack of hospital facilities? How many doctors died? How many children died? The government, when asked about this, it goes on telling tirelessly. You know, sometimes what happens is, suppose Johnny asks me something, I say no. Again, he asks me something else, I say no. Third time, even if I don't have, I'll say, okay, I'll see what it is, isn't it? That is the, but this government is tireless. It can go on saying no, 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 eternally. That's what it said. We have no information about vaccine. We don't have no information about migrant labor death. Lack of oxygen cylinders, ventilators, beds, hospitals. Nothing. Absolutely no idea. But Johnny, I have noticed in Karnataka campaign, for a change, the Prime Minister was very forthcoming and very precise in giving data. Salahuddin sir, he is very precise. He said, these people have abused me 99 times. Not 100, not 101, not just like that. 99 times precise. So, if you want to keep a count, you know how to keep a count. But when it comes to how many people died, no data. How many people are unemployed, no data. What is the inflation? No data. How many youth are unemployed? No data. How many times were you abused? I have data. I have to tell you, before my time is up, I'll take another 5 minutes, why I titled this book as The Crooked Timber of New India. A very renowned philosopher called Immanuel Kant had said that out of the crooked timber of humanity, nothing straight can ever be made. If the timber, what do you call in Malayalam? Maram. The timber. If it is crooked, you can't make a stand like this. You can't make a stand like this. You know? An erect, straight, nothing straight can ever be made out of it. Similarly, with this kind of a crooked timber of New India, nothing straight can ever be made. That is why I said it is a crooked timber of New India. I said essays on a republic in crisis. I have a few friends who tell me, look, Parkala, can't you see anything good? Is something wrong with you? I said, there's nothing wrong. Look, I'm a diagnostician. You go to a diagnostic center. And you know, the diagnostician or the doctor, when you go, he won't tell you, Salahuddin, your ears are wonderful. Your nose is excellent. Your feet and your hands are very strong. Your eyesight is good. Let us celebrate. But you have a problem in your heart. Suppose if he doesn't tell you, she doesn't tell you that, you know, that is good, this is good, this is good, that is good, and only tells you that there is a problem with your heart, are you going to criticize him and say that, look, can't you see so many things are good, only you seem to have, there is something wrong with you. You see only, you know, my heart which has a problem. Can't you see my ears, can't you see my eyes, can't you see my hands, can't you see my feet? Can't you see my tongue? Can't you see my mouth? Can't you see my nose? Can't you see all these good things? Why are you bent on only pointing out something which has a problem? You see all these good things. I am not going to clap for you that your eyes are good, you know, tali bajao, then your ears are good, clap. I am not going to do that. I am going to tell you what is wrong. Then somebody asked me, another friend, okay, whom do you want? If not these people, whom do you want? I said, I don't want anybody. That people of India will decide. My job is only to tell the nation what is wrong. And I am not going to play this game of praising you for something and then telling you this is not good. No. I don't have to earn my right to be critical by once in a while praising you. This is my inalienable right to be critical as a citizen of India. I don't have to earn it by praising you once in a while just to appear impartial. Oh, Parakala is good. Sometimes when there's something good, he praises. Only when sometimes there's something wrong, I don't want that kind of a certificate. No. I don't have to praise you when you do something good, because you are bound to do good. Your duty is to do good. Don't expect people to clap and praise you when you do good. That is your duty. And another friend asked me, Salahuddin, what is the solution, man? Tell me the solution. It's easy to criticize. You sit in your home, you're in your AC room. I'm prepared to switch off my AC also. But even then, you just keep writing, but tell us the solution also. I said, I don't know. And I do not have to know the solution in order to point out the problem. I don't have to. There are experts. There are Johnny, there's Salahuddin, there's Jose, there are all these people. Muhammad Kunju sir is here. They're all there. They know. They have huge experience. They've studied. They've studied the country. They can. I'm voicing this as a citizen of India. Shouldn't I? I have that right. Why do I do this? Because I believe in the fundamental idea of India. It is a country that belongs to every citizen of this country, irrespective of their caste, irrespective of their religion, their region, their language, the kind of food they eat, the kind of dress they wear, irrespective of that. I am not in favor of the argument that this country belongs to Hindus only. All others, they can live here, but they have to be a second-class citizens. I don't agree with that. That is the reason why I look at it and I point out. That is the reason why I call that our republic is in a crisis. Because it is moving farther and farther and farther away from the foundational principles of India. This is very important. You are living in God's own country. You don't probably directly know what is happening in other parts of the country which are not of gods. You have lynchings. You have killings. You have dharma sansads which call for mass killings of people belonging to a different religion. You have them. And not a single responsible person from the government condemns that. Somebody who belongs to the ruling party, who is a member of the Lok Sabha, also heads a sporting federation, faces allegations from award-winning girls, nothing happens. Nobody condemns it, at least. Nothing happens. Some people, some Swamijis assemble in Haridwar and say Muslim community should be economically boycotted. And some member of parliament says that, you have to keep arms in your home so that you can kill them, attack them. Nothing happens. Three former chief ministers, Farooq Abdullah, Omar Abdullah, Saida Mahbooba Mufti, they were placed under arrest when Article 370 was abolished in Kashmir. And the entire political class of Jammu and Kashmir was arrested, and lot of other activists were arrested and sent to different parts of the country. I don't know, somebody must have come to Kerala jails also. They must have, surely. Throughout the country they were distributed. Parliament was in session, and in Parliament no member of Parliament got up, stood up, rose up and say, look, my colleagues from Jammu and Kashmir are absent here. Where are they? Nobody asked. Did you notice anybody asking? Nobody asked. That is why I say the republic is in a crisis. Manipur is burning. Nobody bothers. That is why I say the republic is in crisis. Tomorrow any part of India can be burning. We don't bother. Our neighbor's house may be on fire. We don't bother. We bother only when our house, and in that house maybe our room, maybe when that is on fire, we are bothered. Isn't it a crisis? It is a crisis. I was asked to shut up at 5:45, so I will. One more sentence. Sir, mark my words, I will again come here, God willing. If this crisis is not averted by whatever means, what you hear from Haridwar, what you hear from Sporting Federation of India chief, some sport, wrestling I think, isn't it? And here, there, Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat, Madhya Pradesh, somebody urinating on a tribal boy, all these things. What you hear about boycott, ethnic cleansing, genocide, killing, in small whispers here and there, you will, if things continue like this, you will hear those calls from the ramparts of Red Fort. Don't tell me that I have not cautioned you. This republic has to be saved. Don't think it's happening somewhere else. Don't think it's happening to somebody else. It's happening to that religion, not this religion. No. It is a process that is set in motion now. Please understand, from extremely terrible mismanagement of the economy to calls of genocide. This is the large spectrum of challenge that is staring in our face. It is shown in the way COVID was mishandled, the way the government and the state in the largest, not the state government, but the state as an entity. The government has absolutely did not care about the miseries of migrant labor. Nobody goes punished for doing what they are doing. It could be lynching, it could be killing, it could be beef and hijab and all sorts of things. But we are going on being fed with tamasha after tamasha. It's very interesting. We have outsourced our thinking, our thought leadership to TV studios. They do the thinking for us, and they do the shouting for us. And we see that for about half an hour at night, 9 o'clock, 9 to 10, 9 to 9:30, 9 to 9:45, and sleep happily. Over. This is the danger. This is the challenge. I think we should reclaim our thinking. We should take initiative into our hands. Question the powers that be, the government, and tell this government, tell this regime that India is for everybody. Thank you.